Sir is having credited for innovation of ConnectX, connecting rural India to globally markets, order to make 2019, and has been also awarded with Global Goodwill Ambassador Award by LinkedIn GGA in 2017. Along with this, Sir is the founder member of Max Vision Innovation Glocon Peacock Award, Max New York Life Group in 2009. Sir has recognized with Sitara Award for setting up benchmark for clean finance handling by Tata Group of DFID project. And Sir has been a panelist and speaker in various platforms, forms like BIRSC Global Bio India in 2021 at Netherlands, along with biodiversity is life for European Commission Global Business in Roads and Confederation of Indian Industries representing Healthcare International, and along with this at Sustainable Development Goals, that is NCEI India. Along with this, Sir has a large number of publication in various reputed journals, uh, and having 29 publication from SG at Government Journal for Small Enterprises Development Management. So this was a brief introduction of our Sham sir. Now I would like to hand over to Sham sir. Over to you, sir. Please.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Piyush. It's wonderful to be here, and it's the 13th day. I think 13th day. A lot of sessions would have been happened. So, what is the total strength of this session?
Sir, more than 500 participants. Few are connected with Zoom, and rest are at YouTube on live.
Okay, great, great. It's interesting to know that 500 people are interested to learn something about agriculture and trying to get into their careers. So very good. I would like to start with one thing. Agriculture plays a very critical role in human life. There's a saying in Telugu, Kudu Gudda Nida, which means food comes first, then comes cloth. Kana makan, kapada, kana kapada makan. We use that kind of words, but food is very important thing which plays a critical role in human life. It's good to be part of that, and happy that a lot of young generation from several parts of the country are joining this session. So my name is Dr. Kata. It was a great introduction from Piyush. I'm a dedicated social development professional focusing on women and agriculture. I'm happy to discuss today about women in agriculture startups. India, the past 15 years brought a significant change in the ecosystem, which is a buzzing word called as startups. In
Excuse me, sir.
startups, yeah.
Sir, your slides are not in the slideshow mode.
No, I still did not move around. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So the startup ecosystem covers a lot of different divisions. One of the major thing which we use under buzzword, which is called as agri startup. Agri startups, which are focusing on agriculture and the ecosystem, which is supporting, big time contributing. Probably India will be one of the biggest or one of the top 10 countries which is contributing towards agri startups and agriculture ecosystem. I would like to brief you a bit on what women are playing role in the agriculture economy, agri startups, how significant they are, and what are the opportunities, and what are the challenges, probably the policy requirements, and how can this ecosystem play a critical role for the future, which we are calling the food security And India is known to represent one of the countries which can feed to many countries. Let's go. So this is a saying by Kate Hertz. Behind every great woman is another great woman. So this saying is for women who are part of this, how women enterprise is raising up. So there are some critical points which I would like to share right now. Women are born to be an entrepreneur. They are entrepreneurs. Even if she is a household woman, she is an entrepreneur. She knows how to manage house. She knows how to manage things. Women-led influence, basically any women who is part of any business or in the agriculture, approximately around some 17% of additional market increases in that particular business or activity. So this is one of the reports which I have done by myself. When I did research on a particular value chain, I found out that interesting thing that wherever women participation or women involvement in the agriculture ecosystem, there almost 17% of revenues were high. Women's income, whatever women's income generated out of their business, out of their job, is mostly spent on the family, on food, clothing, education, and for the family itself. It's also known that women-led startups sustain a long time. They don't close down so easily. They try to lead the ecosystem of the business. Pfizer, which is in Women in India Startup Ecosystem Report, it says that almost 18% of Indian startups, starting from 2017 to 2021, the report speaks, 18% startups are women startups. It's also known that a significant contribution towards the economy of the country through diversified sectors was contributed by women entrepreneurs and women startups. So this is something at a high level where we would like to start before we discuss about women in agri startups. There are critical things. I call it as the 4C challenge. Actually call as the 4C theory as well. So we are in a situation of climate change. We had big time COVID effect. At the same time, we had conflicts. Right now, there are several countries' conflicts which are running out. And we are landing into crisis, which is basically affecting the agri ecosystem. Today, right now, at present, we should be enjoying the peak of mangoes. But unfortunately, the crop is very less. Flowering was not there. If the flowering was there, there were sudden rains. And right now, we are in the month of May, we need to experience heat in major parts of the country. There are showers where the fruit is giving ground. So you can imagine the situation which we are in, where the climate change has brought into. We also call a word called Padi Pantalu, which means agriculture, it's livestock and agriculture. These both come together, and we are speaking a system of the agri ecosystem. The agri ecosystem. One second. Sorry, yeah. Agri ecosystem. So we are dependent, especially when you're speaking about we are dependent on agriculture, nutrition, animal husbandry. The complete ecosystem runs within the Padi Pantalu. Did my screen move? Okay. Yeah. Before I just get into a sleep, you see a lot of women. These are women entrepreneurs who are working in the agri-eco startup. It doesn't mean or matter to the age group. You look at it very small age to a very elderly stage where women are doing business. They have their own small and medium businesses, which they have started up. So normally women work on a community-centric approaches in the ecosystem, especially in startups mode. They frequently emphasize communities engagement participation approaches where business, a startup, when they come up with an idea, it comes on a community built problem. It could be in agriculture, it could be in anything. And they try to build that community and establish a business. So that is basically called as participatory approach model in the startup mode. They also work with the local communities to bring in some kind of practice. For example, women play a very critical role. If you look at, they are the people who sell a lot of handicrafts things. They are the people who sells a lot of organic products. They are the people who are involved in making organic food. So small and medium businesses, which comes based on the local communities. Then they also work on environment. Whatever the startup or the business which is in the agri ecosystem, that also contributes directly or indirectly to the environment. Women also have a stewardship of responsibility towards nature. So they don't just waste things, dispose things. They're mindful of they are mindful of natural resource. They don't waste things. They're very careful in terms of managing a startup. Empowering women entrepreneurs. Couple of things where especially focusing the agri ecosystem which is required. We call it as access to finance. One of the biggest challenge an agri entrepreneur, especially women focused agri entrepreneur, gets stuck. But agri financing is something which is available. Access to finance, we call it as. There are a lot of institutions which are providing credit, loans, investments, businesses, especially focused agri businesses, and also government entities. And also we need to be mindful that there's a lot of skill development which is happening towards women agri startups. We try to get the connections, institutions, government entities, or the incubation centers, which try to build the capacity of women, giving that skill. Networking and mentorship across the globe and every department or university or institute which is supporting. So Startup India plays a very key role for an agri startup and especially for women. Of course, government is looking at policies, different type of policies, advocacies, where we can create a women eco-friendly agri startups so that the sustainable business is being established in the agri ecosystem.
So let's choose this stainless steel product here.
Can you meet all of them?
Yes, sir.
So some kind of additional information which I would like to give on the women-led agri startups, the positive impact which
Sir, please unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah. So did you hear me when I was doing this slide? No.
Just for the last slide, sir. Can you
Okay.
please continue with that?
So women-led startups play a very significant role, especially education and knowledge sharing. So women basically, when they're learning in the process of business, they don't keep the knowledge, whatever the experience they gain, they try to share it with other startups, other people, other entrepreneurs who are in the same ecosystem. They try to build them. Basically, one women entrepreneur, a startup will directly or indirectly coach other women who are in business. Innovation and adoption. So they try to do something, they find some kind of innovation and they try to practice it, and they share it. Okay. Couple of the opportunities are, things like they try to adapt for climate change impacts, resilient crop varieties, which they look at it, or implementing water efficiency mechanisms. So women try to play a role. For example, they try to cover up. It's very simple. Technology has come in a such a way that women, they have brought in technology that where water can be conservated. IoTs have come into place where women developed a couple of IoTs. How can we reduce the usage of water? Or how can that impact on the climate change? So techniques which have been used for sustainable farming. Waste reduction and recycling is something. They play a very critical role. They are the people who promote cloth bags, jute bags, rather than going for plastic. They're cautious about themselves. At the same time, they're cautious about the ecosystem. They have knowledge. Policy advocacy and leadership is something, again, they try to demonstrate in the business. They shine and thrive to go to the peaks. And they contribute big time to the economy of the country. And also, they show empathy towards social equity. So a couple of challenges and opportunities in women agri startups. Women always, most of the time, they face a barriers which is limited to access. Basically, in families, normally people don't try to encourage. That's one big challenge which speak. They get stuck up when the production is come or when the innovation is come, they get stuck up during markets. Or they find gender biased, discrimination, or social norms. Couple of limitations were there for their participation in the startup ecosystem. Actually, these challenges are being converted into opportunities now. We have a lot of business schools, we have a lot of mentoring institutions, which they're trying to help the women to grow in the agri startup ecosystem. Opportunities. Honorable Prime Minister encourages with reservations, opportunities for women, and even corporates, they're coming forward, encouraging, giving business opportunities for people who want to do. Despite of several challenges, agri sector is a sector which is actually known for women. Every household in the rural, they know about agriculture. They know how to manage the agriculture. So what are the challenges? What are the opportunities? And they are the think tanks of agriculture on the ground. It's an opportunity to create innovation for sustainable farming, food processing, and agribusiness. It could be a small food processing business. I would like to show something. A family has created this. A women entrepreneur who has created this at their own local ecosystem. This created a massive business opportunity for them. If you look at this one, this is an agri startup which created for their own agriculture produce within the community. and they're trying to export this product to a global level. Food processing opportunities, special support for under food processing where the government of India is providing. And of course, as I mentioned, a lot of capacity building is happening and empowerment is happening for women to scale up to different countries, to establish, to start the business in one particular state and they can reach to different states. That encouragement is happening from government. So the theory of change for women in sustainable development goals, if you look at this theory, I'm targeting at, to look at very carefully, farmer produce companies, women in farmer produce companies, cooperatives, FIGs, SHGs, Agritechs, food processing institutions. Carefully look at the change of theory. It is the food, it's the economy, and it's the environment, which can only create women plus the community. They can bring in the change of the food security. Therefore, they play a very critical role. Women play a critical role, or women startup play a critical role in the food security. I coined down something which is called as ELSA. So ELSA is basically, we call it as essential life support areas. However, it is the life support area is food, agriculture, how women can excel in different parts of this particular ecosystem or the ELSA. That's I have coined down. If you see, enterprises are there, value chains, supply chains, employment generation, or service which can be provided, rural entrepreneurs, infrastructure, private sectors, community-based business which can be created. A lot of opportunity in the ecosystem which is available. So I would like to stop here and try to get a couple of questions from you. So I think people who are in Zoom can participate. Even people who are in YouTube also can participate, right? With their Piyush, they can give comment right back, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I would like to understand the people who are in this meeting, okay, the session who are participating. What is your personal commitment towards agriculture? One. And what is your professional commitment towards agriculture or agri startup? And I want especially women to write their personal commitment in the chats. So Pish, I would like to see the YouTube this also. Is that possible? Can you share the link?
Just a second, sir. Our host will share, sir. Meanwhile, we can interact with these participants.
Yes.
If participants, you can unmute yourself.
Or you can put it in the chat.
Yeah.
So what is that your personal commitment? Now you have taken, this is the 13th day you have gone through sessions. What is that you are trying to contribute towards the agri ecosystem? I would like to see chats coming in. Are everybody allowed to send messages, right? Fish?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can type
Participants
it in
can
the chat.
also raise your hand and you can unmute yourself.
We can
You would
interact.
like to share your experience and interact with sir also.
Rajani has mentioned that collecting the waste and compositing them. Wow, that's a great thought. That's a great thought, Rajani. That's a great thought. Yeah, I want people to participate. Please keep sending messages. Yeah. Meanwhile, give me the link towards the YouTube.
Just a second, sir. The host is sharing. Sir, it will be shared into the chat box only. Meanwhile, we can interact with the participants, those who are connected with us here.
Yeah.
If
So I
any
did
other
not get any messages. Can someone, Dr. Garrick, what is that your personal commitment? Bhagyashali. Can you type? Dr. Nagrani. Dr. Bharat. Please send your using plant compound as therapies. Dr. Sweta has written. Interesting. I want others also to participate. Rajini Karutori, please send what is your commitment, personal commitment in doing towards agriculture. Or if you have anything you would like to speak also, you can raise your hand. We can unmute you so that you can speak.
participants, please show some interest that sir is connected with us and sir is ready to interact one-on-one. So please raise your hand if you want to interact with sir or would like to share your experience or something.
Shreyas, you have something to ask? Ashok? Dr. Pompey? Nitisha Verma? What is the problem? Are they able to unmute by themselves or not, Piyush?
Sir, they can unmute. Don't know why they are not responding because usually participant raise their hand and we used to unmute them also. And they can also write in chat box also.
They're not writing anything in chat box nor.
Same, no reaction is there. Just a second, sir.
Ambika Devaraj, you have anything to ask? Would like to share something?
Sir, one participant has raised in our WhatsApp group that you have mentioned about the 2-3 products which were homemade and startup was there. So how they have started from your innovative side or from their own? What purpose was there?
Come again, can you put that question here in the chat? I didn't get that question.
Sir, you have shared that 2 products, one for the kaju and one for the peanuts and all.
Yeah.
From where they have started their startup and from where they got the idea or they have initiated it, any platform or any financial support to them?
So this startup has come from Andhra Pradesh. The women through Food Processing Society, we were able to build the capacity of these women and form them into a small company. and they are doing this business. Yes, they did get loan from the bank. They also got some kind of seed funding, and they also got market, which has been established by a couple of corporates so that they can do their business. Yeah. Yeah, and Mamta will definitely share the information, but if you have anything to ask, please do ask.
Mamta, you can directly unmute yourself and can ask to sir here also.
Why the group is very... I think today they're very dull. Lot of sessions. Okay. So I just have a couple of things to discuss before we have more. I'll be sharing my presentation again. Wait. So if not, you can connect me later also. I'll just give my...
One participant, Dr. Greek Barra, is raising his hand. Let me unmute, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, you can unmute. No, I think many people wanted to talk, but it cannot be unmuted. And even we have put a message, but this is going to that sir only, host sir only. It is not going to you, it seems. That's why you cannot interact.
Yes, sir. Now I have allowed the participants to unmute themselves also, sir.
Yeah. If someone wants to have questions, so I think Dr. Naga said her commitment is to help biotech sector in developing 10x faster value-added crop varieties which are innovative. That's a good thought. That's a good thought, Dr. Nagarani. But also just try to look at the present scenarios. The native seed is dying. The native seed is under trouble, deep trouble, because of the ongrowing the pests or the situations, and the seed is not able to become viable with the present soil. So it's become a big challenge. So the idea, one of the researches and ideas which we thought was, we are promoting one women, a community women, to promote native seed. If possible, we try to get a seed and try to cultivate it there within the local soils. May the seed get adjusted there for a couple of years and try to convert that as a breeder seed, so that a native seed can come back, so that agriculture in that area can be resilient. So we are just trying to work on that part. But yes, the thought is well, good. Yeah. Any more questions? Someone would like to ask something?
Mr. Gagan.
Whose hand was up? So Mamata asked a question. Yes, Mamata, there are different opportunities which are available. You can reach out to Dr. Piyush, or you can connect me on LinkedIn. I have shared this one. We can help you out. If at all you have any business idea, we can definitely help you out in that part. Is that a question or somebody is trying? Okay, I'll just try to finish off the presentation. So I think, so this is a saying, able to see it, right? This is a saying of Swami Vivekananda. Able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Clearly visible.
So never say no, never say I cannot, for you are infinite. So this is for every individual. All the power is within you. You can do anything. So people who are looking to come into agri ecosystem to have a startup, it could be a small startup. Don't think big. Don't dream that you want to become an Ambani in over a period of time. No. You try to concentrate on what you are trying to do. You believe in what you are trying to do, then automatically you will get opportunities to grow. So power is within you. It's very clear the power is within you. You can do anything, but you need to start with something. That's more important. We appreciate this saying of Vivekananda ji was interesting. So these are a couple of women startups. If you look at people who are in SDGs there on the top, different sustainable development goals, women, tribal women whom we are promoting startups. If you look at people who are into this one, carbon credits also are participating in it. So this is something where you can get connected to me, or if you have any proper questions, happy to take. I'll be here for some more time. If we have any questions exclusively, happy to take that.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a short and brief and wonderful information that you have shared with our participants, and also trying to contact individually, interacting with the participants. That's the major part of the session, to interact with the participant and getting their reviews. So, dear participants, if any of you is interested to interact with sir or having any query, you can please unmute yourself and ask to sir, or you can drop your query into the chat box also.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
I think, sir, participants are having not much query related on this topic also. Maybe that the reason. But definitely, I am sure that if we have any queries, we will suggest participants to directly contact with you also. As you have shared your LinkedIn link also, we will share it among the participant WhatsApp group also.
That's
So,
good. That's really good. Yeah.
yes. Thank you so much, sir, once again for joining us on this online platform of Just Agriculture. It was nice to have you on this platform, sir.
Thank you. Same here. And I wish all the best for all of you. Okay. We want India is looking at you to grow as entrepreneurs, especially in the agriculture sector. We wish you all the best, and we see that you do well in the next couple of days. Good luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So,
Bye-bye.
thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. So, dear participants, moving ahead with the second session of today's, I would like to invite Miss Preeti to co-host and take it over. Preeti, please.
Thank you, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are clearly audible and visible. Please continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So, thank you, sir. Thank you, Shyam sir, as well. Now let's move towards the second session of the day. For the second session, we have with us Dr. Ashish Patel. Sir, are you there in the meeting with us?
Yes, I am.
Sir, I'll just give a brief introduction session, sir. So as I mentioned, we have with us Dr. Ashish Patel, sir. He's a senior agronomist at R&D division, Connaught Group. So talking about sir's career objective, his career objective is to become a successful professional in the field of agriculture science and take up challenging careers with competitive environment. And as I already mentioned, sir is a senior agronomist at R&D division, Connaught Group. is growing different medicinal plants into hydroponic farm and check out feasibility on the basis of medical property and economic viability of the same. Currently, sir is working on vertical grown turmeric, ginger, ashwagandha, and NFT system. NFT systems and Dutch bucket systems as well. Before that, sir has been a general manager of Produce. And sir, we are more than happy to have you here today on our digital platform of Just Agriculture. All our participants are waiting for your talk, sir. So I invite you to the podium and address all of us. Over to you, sir.
Hello to everyone. Now we will start our main lecture. My screen is hello. My screen
Yes,
is
sir.
visible, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. Done. Welcome to on behalf of Just Agriculture and Konak Future Farm family. So today we will learn hydroponics farming. What are the hydroponics farming and what are the essential factors for the development and operational it. So we will learn turn by turn. So first, what is the hydroponics? So hydroponics is a Latin word. When we break out the word of hydroponics, the two different words. One is hydro, it means water, and second one is ponus, it means labor. So totally definition is working with water. In simply, we can say if you give a plant exactly what they need, when it need, and what amount they need, you supply to the plant without any genetically changes, it known as the hydroponics. So plant, how many they need, when need, and what need. So we will supply the accordingly. So any can plants we can grow through hydroponically. So why we do the hydroponics farming? We already do the traditional farming as well as. So it is a well good doing, and well also we will develop a new technology in traditional farming. But why we need a hydroponics farmings? So when we do the soil based farming and traditional farming, that time the fertilizer our utilization is average, because when we apply the fertilizer, at that time the fertilizer are evaporate, transpirated, then percolate. But when we use the hydroponic system, at that time the plant are very efficiently used. How to very efficiently use, we will I will explain later. And also when we use the water, when we talk about the water uses, at the time the soil based farming, the water are also evaporated, transpirated, and percolated. But in hydroponics we will save the 90% of water, also 30% higher growth speed compared to the traditional farming, also 25% more yield than the soil based or traditional farming. Also the hydroponics farming is generally done in with the protected cultivation, so we will less pest and disease infection. Also we will use the same crop yearly and year by year. So sustainability are also very efficient in the hydroponic system as compared to soil based farming or traditional farming. Even though in world every year 83 million people are added into the world. So by Egyptian by 2050, 9.8 billion people are added into the total population into the world. So we will need at least 70% higher food production as compared to current situations. So we will need more 75% production, food production. So we need a 593 million hectare in 2050. So it is a huge to use land. It's almost a double size of India. So it cannot be a possible unbarrier land we will convert into the fertile land. So we think to other options. Also we have a limited source of fresh water. Also, more flooding, irregular rain, climate changes due to the global warming. So this is the also effect to the our food production, because one estimated in 2020 124 million peoples are faced with food shortage due to climatic unrelated event like flooding, irregular rain, and drought and high temperature. So the best option to we convert the proper control environment with proper control growing system. It's best option to move on the hydroponic system. Also, a hydroponics system are nowadays globally increased. It's 4 to 5 times or more than the last 10 years. Also, 9.5 billion 2020 is globally market, but we assumption in 2028 it's almost 22.2 billion dollar US dollar. So it is a huge amount of potential into the hydroponics industry. Also, a commercial hydroponics, when we do at that time, these are the different advantage. We are definitely this is when we do the commercially farming, then the revenue are best generation. Then no need to ascend soil or larger land required. Also, we have if we have a low resources of water at that time, we can also growing a hydroponic system. Also, more efficiently use of nutrient, than easy pest control and easy to harvest, or off seasonal production also can be done into the hydroponics system. So what are the important factor for hydroponics farming? When we develop the hydroponics farming, so which are the factor we will keep our mind for developing hydroponics farming? So we will learn turn by turn. First, we will identify the structure. Which structure we will use? So two type of structure. One is a outdoor structure. So what? How can how to call the outdoor structure? So where the natural light or are available, natural source of light are available, sunlight are available, is known as a outdoor project. But we will develop the protected cultivation. So in outdoor project, we will maintain the four type of structure like fan and pad polyhouse structure, NVPS structure, net proof net house structure, then rain protected net house structure. This is the new Israeli technology. This is the good one for the net house as well as rain control conditions. So this is the new one and latest outdoor project structure. When we also are growing plants into the indoor farming with no, so what is the indoor farming? Where the natural light are not available, and we will provide the light through the artificial light, or maybe also you can say the artificial sun you provide, and plants are growing. This plants is known as a indoor project plants. So you can develop the project into balcony, room, warehouse, and underground rooms. Anyway, you can develop the indoor projects. So now we will talk the hydroponics farming in different systems. We will classify the different hydroponics systems. So these are the different systems. We will talk one by one. First is a WIC system. This is the simple and learning techniques. It is not commercially viable because here what happened? The one is a reservoir. In reservoir, we will add the water. In water, we will add the nutrient. These nutrients are uptake by this wick. Through a wick, nutrient are uptake into the growing tray. In growing tray, the plant or root are absorbs this nutrient and plants are grown up. But here we cannot be a more or high nutritional requirement plant are not growing in this system, because what happened, the nutrient deficiency are observed in this system. So commercially this system are not viable, but it can use for the learning purpose. One another system is ebb and flow system. It's also known as a flood and drain system. In this system, the reservoir, the one once we on the motor and the fill up the nutrient or nutrient solution into the growing tree, and after the certain limit, a certain level, the plants are overflow and down to the again into the reservoir. So this is the circular. Once it's flood, then another side is drain. So it is a flood and drain techniques, and roots are absorbs the nutrient from this kernel. But these are the not possible also in commercial purpose, because here what happened when we use the larger media, suppose gravel, pebble, and hydrotone, at the time plants root are easily and fast drying. So when we motor or power are off, at the time plants are suffering with the water. But when we use the very thin material like rock wool, vermiculite, cocoa fiber, at the time what happened, the water logging problem are observed in these systems. Another one is a deep water culture or DWC system. These are the most commonly used in foreign, and these are the when we growing the small plants. I can say small pace requirement plants like lettuce, single crops pak choi. At the time, we can use this system because these are the most viable small growing crops in commercial purposes. It is easy to build up, then also we can easily maintain. But this system, in this system we cannot be growing a multiple crop harvesting crops or also a larger crops. So these are the certain limitation in deep water culture, but otherwise you can grow in the lettuce as very good, then pak choi, and as like a system crops you can easily growing into the deep water culture. Then another one is a nutrient film techniques and NFT system. These are the most commercially viable technique. In India, almost 70 to 80% people are use these techniques. It is easy. Here, the one reservoir, the reservoir water are add into the growing tree. After we set the nutrient in certain time, we will add the nutrient for 15 minutes, then with 30 minutes are rest, and another side we will nutrient are returned. So this is the circulated. So one kind of gully system, or is also you can as a channel, or you can also sell as a net NFT system. In one side we add the nutrient solution, another side is a return to the reservoir. So it is a circular system. This is the most commonly suitable for the leafy vegetables and in hydroponic systems. These are the flat NFT system. This is the A-frame vertical NFT system. These are the two model for the NFT systems. Another one is a drip system. Everyone knows the drip is one is a motor, then main line, then subline to dripper, and then we provide the water or nutrient direct to the plant roots. But these systems are not suitable for the leafy vegetable or close growing plants, because we will need a more drippers. So these are the crops are mostly suitable when we use larger crops or more spacious crops like cherry tomatoes, cucumber. Is this time the drip system are most suitable. And then Dutch bucket system, it is a one of the part of the drip irrigation system. But here what happened, the one reservoir we add the nutrient are supplied to the dripper. But here the bucket are a plastic bucket, and in bucket we have a small mechanism here. So above the excess water are returned to the reservoir. So this is the circulated system. In this system, the excess water are returned to the reservoir, and we will also use this water again. So here we save the water, and also we can grow the plants. But Here the some disadvantage. We require continuous power. Also, when the plants are infected with the root disease, then spreadly fast in this system. But when we availability of water is less, at that time we use this system, and this is the good also outcome from the as the aspect of the yield. We can see this is the Dutch bucket system. Here we growing yellow and red bell pepper. These are the grow bag system. Everyone knows it's a simple grow bag with a fill up the cocoa pit. But we cannot be recollect the water. We use the only the one single time. We will apply the water and we not collect the return water. So the return water or excess water are drained out. So this is the grow bag system. This is the trough system. Here the close spacing plant we can easily growing with the without recirculated method if we will want to grow it. So this system is also a good for the growing crops. Another one is a grow slab. These are the nowadays these are the most important growing system, or I say the media for growing vine crops. It is a single like a thin cocoa pit slab. You apply the water and it is full of, and then we will transplant the seedlings or simplings and we easily grow it. After taken 3 or 4 cycles we will throw it and again reuse. So easy to installation, easy to maintenance, and higher yield also achieved in these systems. This is the aeroponic techniques, not a hydroponics technique, but similar to aeroponics techniques. Here what happened, the one reservoir, the water are given to the nutrient and water through the mist of a root zone. So plant are absorbs a nutrient from the area, or say the from the mist nozzles. So they absorb the nutrient and they grow. So these are the system are mostly used into the when we production the potato or mini potato tuber, when we for the seed production time. At the time we will use the aeroponic techniques. This is the most highly technologically technology. So it is a aeroponic techniques. Then another one is aquaponics. Everyone knows in the reels and YouTubes. So both system are used into the this system. One side we add the feces extracta are used as a nutrient. The nutrient are into the NFT or channel. The water are absorbed, plants are absorbed from the water, and plants are growing. But in this system, best disadvantage is plants not collect the proper way of nutrient. Because what happen, we will extract not a full compose of the nutrient, not a balanced nutrient. So what happen, the plant are show the deficiency, and also excess of nitrite apply to the plants, because most of extract of fish is a mostly more available of nitrite. So excessive toxicity of nitrite are observed into the plants. So these are the demo piece, or you cannot be a commercially viable, I say, the aquaponics. Then another one also, or currently this is the most talkable point, is a hydroponics fodder. When we talking the dairy farming, at that time the hydroponics fodder also huge demand nowadays, because in city area any dairy farmer, they need a green and everyday green fodder. But the less availability of place or less availability of land, they cannot be growing a green fodder. So they use as a green hydroponics fodder and grow the fodder and apply to the animal. So they easily doing a dairy farming near to the city area. Then another one is microgreens. This is a very good demand current day. It is more than 70 times nutrient as compared to the normal grains. So this is the, I say, the new future or new demandable is microgreens. Everyone knows yeah, we need a more nutritional food. At the time, microgreens are more stable. And nowadays, Gujarat government also implement the microgreens into the mid food scheme into the children's. So this is the I say the superfood to the microgreens is when we consume it. When I go to the Maldives for the agronomy consultancy at Vidhu Vinod Chopra resort, Retifaru resort. At that time, I grow the different microgreens. This is the red amaranthus microgreens, mustard microgreens, rocket microgreens, edible flower. Nowadays, this is the also increasing market. The market are more they increase into data day by day. We use as a flavor, aroma, and decorative purpose into the dishes. These are the different edible flower. Also, you can grow into the our hydroponic systems. Also, when we talk the hydroponics farming, at the time we use a protected cultivation. At the time we maintain the environment. First, we will maintain the temperature. So temperature are most important factor for the growth and development. We need a 70 to 27 Celsius temperature for the better growth of any plants. But upper and lower limit is 10 to 35 Celsius. But we will maintain into the polyhouse is 70 to 27 Celsius. Then any crops can be growing ideally. So we will maintain temperature with the two system. It is a one is a atmospheric temperature we will maintain also, and also with root zone temperature, also a nutrient solution temperature. So when we talk aerial temperature or atmospheric temperature, at the time we could called we will maintain the with the three system. One is a fan pad system. It is also called as a forcefully maintained temperature. It is and another one is a Fogger system, and a third one is a central boiling or heating pipe system. We will learn one by one. One is a fan and pad system. In this system, one side installed a fan, another one side is installed the pad. The pad is a cellulose honeycomb pad. In this system, the pad are always blinking, so throwing the water. So and fan are exhaust the water. You can see the here the hot or air are coming with the pad, so the cooling convert into the cooling air, and in house the developed hot air are through with the exhaust fan out from the exhaust fan. So we will maintain this cooling pad is also called as a evaporating cooling pad. And this is the system is a negative pressure system, and another one is a positive pressure system, is a reverse process system. We will throw the hot air through the exhaust fan and we will window to the hot air. These are the basic fan and pad polyhouse structure. We can also use the temp for the temperature maintain. We will also use a Fogger system. Here we will mix the water into the environment. The environment are cooling due to humidity are increase. Also, we will Fogger use to the humidity. For the controlling humidity, we will Fogger use for the two purposes. One is a temperature and another is a humidity. Then central boiling and heating system. In this system, these are the system are generally used into the cooling country or cooling place like Himachal, then Jammu and Kashmir. So we will hot water are circulated through the into the polyhouse surrounding the polyhouse structure. So the heat are developed into the house. So we will maintain the temperature into the house. One another is maintain temperature into the root zone, because here not we use the soil. Soil is a buffer, act as a buffer. It's maintain the temperature. You feel it when we it's summer. At the time you digging the soil, they feel like a cool. And in winter we will digging the soil. At the time they feel as a heat. So soil is a buffer. So here we not use a soil. So we will maintain the temperature into the root zone. If we will maintain the temperature between 20 to 30 Celsius, then the plant's growth are extremely good. If we not maintain properly, or we will increase the temperature, then also decrease the oxygen, dissolve oxygen into the nutrient solutions. So we will higher risk to fungal attack and root rot. These are the two methods. This is the one is a nutrient solution chiller for maintain the cool out the nutrient solution, and one other the nutrient solution heater for the cool temperature zones. We will also maintain the relative humidity. Everyone knows what is the relative humidity and humidity. We will need a humidity range between 50 to 80s. If relative humidity very high, at the time what happen? The plant or stomata are closed. If stomata are closed, the transpiration reduce. If transpiration reduce, the plant are increasing the heating into the plants. Also reduce the CO2 uptake. If a plant are not transpiration, so what happen? Translocation of food or nutrient are not easily into the plants. So the plants are survival with the nutritional deficiency. Also reduce the yield as well as pollen here. If a lower relative humidity, so what happen? The plant or mechanism are more transpiration, so plant are not able to sufficient water transpiration, or I say the translocation. So plant cells are dry and plants suffering the turgidity. Also that time the we higher yield losses. So we will maintain the relative humidity between 50 to 80%. So how to maintain the relative humidity? We will maintain the humidity into the fan and pad polyhouse structure with the use of exhaust fan or air circulated fan. When we growing the crops into the net house, at the time we will maintain the relative humidity with the air circulated fan. Also, we will maintain the humidity with the fogger. Earlier I say, when we growing a net house, growing a crop into net house, that time the relative humidity is lower. So we will turn on the fogger, we will apply the water into the atmosphere, the relative humidity will be increased. Also, we will maintain the light. It is very important factor for the photosynthesis. If proper light availability, then metabolic process are most into the plants, and plants are more given to the more yield. So intensity, duration, and quality also important to the maintain the in-house structure. We can say the control environment farming. So we will control the every factor. Here we will need a 10,000 to 18,000 lux light for the developing proper crops. So we will need in outdoor project, we will maintain the light with the use of shade net. Different type of shade nets are available into the market, like green, then red, yellow, and we currently we will use the latest one is a aluminum shade net. So it is a aluminate thread are used into the net house. So we will reduction the temperature also 50% sun light are also reduction with the use of aluminum shade net. When we talk the indoor farming, the natural light are not available. We will also maintain the light with the proper wavelength. So here we will use the HID, intensity discharge, then LED system. Nowadays, commercially greenhouse or commercially indoor farming mostly use a LED system, and also in current day the matching of wavelength LED are available. I need a 440 nanometer light, so you can adjust and they develop the certain range of light into your plants. Then also one is a nutrient solution is so important. Here we in hydroponic system we will use the RO water, because in RO water we consider as a base solution, because what happened, we will use the tap water. So in tap water some anion and some cation are available. We not know okay, what are the anion are available, what are the cation are available. So what we do, we are remove the all anion and cation, and we will add our needed anion and cation with the help of our fertigations. So here we will, that's why we will use the RO water. Also, these are the 17 essential nutrients where everyone knows: basic nutrient, primary, NPK, secondary, and micronutrient. These are the basic essential nutrient. We will, here in hydroponic system, the nutrient solution are most important, because what happened here, we are not use the soil. We will apply the every balance 70 nutrient to the plants. If you are not apply any kind of or any single nutrient or deficiency, then directly show the deficiency symptoms by the plants. Because here we soil are what happen, we apply the nutrients, soil are say correlation with the nutrient, and when we plants need, they given to the plants. So here we not use the soil, so we will apply the balanced nutrient to the plants with the proper correct ratio, with the proper stage. We identify what kind of nutrient they need. So this is the important factor for the growing crops into the hydroponic systems. These are the nutrient recipe we are developing into our R&D system. Part A, Part B, and Part C. In Part A, we will use macro and micro elements. In 95% we use the NPK ratio. Then another 5% we will use balanced chelated nutrient. In B part, we will use the calcium nitrate. Then C part, we will use the magnesium sulfate. Also, we will maintain the nutrient with the EC. It's the electric conductivity. Everyone knows the ability of the solution to carry the electric current is known as a electric conductivity. We will identify the nutrient solution strength with the help of electric conductivity. Also a TDS and EC are both similar, but conversion factor, we will, one EC is equal to almost 500 TDS. So we will convert convertible factor. So some anyone needs a TDS, then we use as a TDS as a unit, and everyone generally we use the EC, but someone are use a TDS. Then pH also important. If a pH is too high, then also plant not absorbs the nutrient. We will everyone knows the graphs of pH, which graphs are between 6.5 to 7.5, or most of the nutrient, most of nutrient are absorbed by the plant is 5 to 6.5, mostly the plants. So we will maintain this range of a pH of our nutrient solution. So how to manage? So if pH are above the 6.5, so we will use the phosphoric acid, then pH will be maintained with our range. If pH are below 5, then we will use the potassium hydroxide. So we will increase the pH, and we will identify the pH and AC with the help of a pen. Currently are movable. I saw that this pen in photographs. This is the EC and TDS pen. These are the pH pen. We can easily identify what are the pH range, what are the EC range. We will maintain and apply to the nutrient solution to the plants. Another one is a growing media. Keep in mind, we have not used the soil. So media is a most common, chemically stable, then clean. Water is not a create a water logging problem, also a higher water holding capacity than air holding capacity, and most important, he is a buffering capacity. Because here we not use a soil, so soil as a act as a buffer for the temperature, for the pH, for the EC, but here we not use a soil, so media are most a buffering capacity. Also a higher cation exchange capacity, so easy to availability to nutrient to the plants. So these are the different media are available into the market, but most commonly growing media are used oasis cube for the leafy, hydroton as a Dutch bucket, and clay balls for the vine crops. Then another one is a grow slab or grow bag or coco pit you can use in commercially. And location are also most important, because what happen anytime we growing set up the hydroponics farm, commercially hydroponics farm into the far away from the city. So it is a not viable, commercially not viable. Hello. And also one another is weed bed, because what happened here we growing a soil less cultivation, so soil are not interfere to our crops. Also weed are not interfere to our crops, so we will use the weed bed. These are the different exotic crop you can easily growing into the hydroponic system. These are the different type of lettuce. These are the herbs and different exotic crops you can easily growing into the hydroponic systems. Then these are the vine crops, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, cherry tomato, zucchini, then cucumber, different type of cucumber also you can grow. These are the cherry tomatoes. Then turmeric, black turmeric, ginger, black ginger. Currently I am work on these medicinal plants. These are the different medicinal plant I already growing into the our hydroponic system. We have commercially developed a 10 acres farm for the medicinal crops. We in 10 acres we will growing a 3 to 4 acres of turmeric project, and 2 acres for ginger, and another 5 acres for the different medicinal plants like a brahmi, ashwagandha, kalmek. We are commercially growing hydroponics medicinal plants. These are the different exotic crops. These are the red oak, then butter red, curly kale, then pak choy, romaine, then green oak. These are the strawberry. These are the different vine crop. Yeah, I say it is a yellow and red bell pepper. This is the cucumber. This is cherry tomato, bell pepper. This is the cucumber into the Dutch bucket systems. And this one is a hydroponically medicinal plant like kalmek, brahmi, rosemary. These are the bhut jolakia, ghost pepper. Everyone knows is world. I can say the world capsaicin, highest capsaicin content are into the bhut jolakia. So this is the highest hot and pepper we are growing into the hydroponic system. These are the rhizome bud technique we are used into our hydroponic system. The vertical hydroponics turmeric growing, and these are the horizontally we can growing. In plant nutrition and pest and disease. So these are the different nutritional deficiency chart. You can observe the everyday 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 round into the your plant project. So you plant stock, I need this nutrient, I need a sulfur, I need a magnesium. So you improvise your recipe and apply to the plants, so plants are not showing a deficiency. So the observation are most important into the hydroponic system or any kind of agriculture system. If observation power your best, then you can growing any crops at any place. These are the butterhead lettuce and pak choi. I earlier say if humidity high. So what happen if humidity high? The stomata are closed. Transpiration are not happen. Translocation of food are not done. At that time, calcium deficiency are observed into the uh, tip, leaf tip, or any kind of tip. That time we will maintain the humidity as well as we spray the calcium chloride. These are the green oaks and Roman lettuce. The plant not getting a proper sunlight, so they legginess. You can see the legginess of the plants. So plants need a proper sunlight. These are the curly kale pest, mealybugs, spider mites, then caterpillar, thrips damage into capsicum, white fly into tomatoes, then iceberg aphid. These are the different disease. These are the fight against the pest and disease. You make a precaution action. Also maintain the project. You every day you talking with your staff, labor, and caretaker for what we do, how to maintain the hygienist into the house. Today, what we can do, what kind of germination are today. So all daily activity, harvesting, packaging, storage, what kind of supply, what kind of harvesting, what kind of demand, what kind of future demand. So we will growing today, so we will harvest in future. So these are the points are we maintain the proper commercial hydroponics farming, then we can do the these are the important factor with to so we will definitely do the commercially hydroponics farming. These are the my contact detail. Anyone knows anyone need any further information, then contact with us. Thank you to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation and taking the topic of hydroponics and its potentiality in today's modern world. So thank you so much for such a wonderful presentation that you gave, and I am very much sure that our participants must have learned from the session, sir. So I'll just request all the participants, if they have any questions or query, please put in the chat box. So we have time up to 7, so that's why I will just request if they have any question, please put in the chat box, or I'm just enabling them if they want to unmute, and then they can do this.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for this informative presentation. May I ask you kindly to name some plants that are suitable for the floating system, where the roots are soaked in the nutrients? Thank you.
Hello. Can you
Yes.
repeat the question? What kind of
Yes.
floating plant you need?
You mentioned in the hydroponic systems the floating system
Yes.
where plants are grown on polystyrene plates, and then the roots goes down soaking in the nutrient, and then it grows. So this floating system, there are certain plants that could be suitable for growing in this system. Can you just give some examples for these plants?
Yes, we in floating system you can is floating is known as a deep water culture, DWC. In this
I see.
system we use short growing crops. We used different type of lettuce. You can grow easily. You can grow the pak choi. Single time harvesting crop you can easily growing in this system. because what happened, the maintenance of these crops are less. We will growing crops and float into the reservoir, and at the time of harvesting we will float out the trays or styrofoam, and we cut it, and again we will growing the crops and then floating. But when we growing a multiple crop harvesting into this system, so it's not be easily maintained, or we will need a more laborers. So we will growing a single time harvesting crops into the deep water culture.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Any other participant, please? We have the chat box enabled as well. So please put in the chat box if you have any question.
Any other question?
I'm very sorry. Can I ask another question, please?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a specialist in the medicinal herbs. So I'm very
Herbs.
much interested in growing herbs in hydroponic systems.
Okay.
So what's the best way
which herbs you grow?
I'm asking, I'm about to ask you which ones are the best could be grown on the hydroponic
You can
system.
easily grow the herbs like oregano, then
Okay.
basil, then also you can easily growing rosemary, very good.
Mhm.
Thyme also you can grow it. These are the most expensive. Also, I can say this is the most expensive oregano, thyme, and then rosemary. You can easily grow in the hydroponic system. Basil also you can grow in different type of basil like lemon basil, Thai basil, black basil, then purple basil, then lemon basil or Italian basil. You can easily grow into the hydroponic system.
Are you okay with to share the information? I'm from Saudi Arabia, and this is very much interesting to
Okay,
us.
no issue, no issue.
Yeah.
You can contact
I'll
with my
contact you.
LinkedIn account.
Very well.
I can say.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Myself, Dr. Rezaul Haq from Assam Agricultural University, Jorhat.
Okay.
So you have talked about the Bhurjolokia that also we can grow in hydroponic system. So my question is this hotness, whatever hotness is there in natural farming or
Yes,
this
we will analysis and we achieve the 3% capsaicin, 3% capsaicin. It is a huge, I think, say in both Jolagya almost 4 or I think 3.5 achieve in the northeast, right?
Okay, yes,
so
yes.
we will achieve the 3% capsaicin into our hydroponic system in Gujarat. So the Gujarat environment and northeast environment, you can assume it is a 45 or 43 Celsius degree in current situations. In this situation, we will growing the Bhut Jolakya. But Bhut Jolakya is a cross-pollinated crops.
Yes.
Even though we will use the protected cultivation, we will hand pollinated and we will commercially viable crops. We can grow it. Next year, we will almost expand almost 500 square feet area for the particular Bhut Jolakya.
All other quality actually Bhurjolokia, it is having some typical flavor that all flavor and
awesome. Yes, all the flavor are we will achieve the maximum. Also, what happened? We will growing a Bhut Jolokia or any kind of chili. So the thrips pest, the thrips.
Yes.
The thrips problem are more into the chili, but we use the hydroponic system and we will use the protected cultivation, so the thrips problem are not identified in our region or our projects. So we will definitely growing our Bhut Jolakya without use of any kind of pesticide. So we will growing a residue free products. So the residue free products, when we grow it, the residue free products market are more into the foreign countries. When we export any kind of material, then everyone knows nowadays MDH Everest masala or
Hmm.
detect the pesticide and the
Yes.
ban to the some countries. But at that time, we use the pesticide-free material for the preparing the this kind of masalas and this kind of dawas, medicines. At that time, we will not fear for the export.
So what are the crop we can, is there any economics calculation is there? Based on that, we can select this crop is suitable for hydroponic system. Is there any
Yes.
calculation there?
Yes, with lot of research for that, we will do the at least 3 cycles for the Bhuj Jolakya or any kind of crops. At that
Yes.
time, we will mention the what kind of nutrient required, what kind of labor required, what are the resources are required, and what we achieve the yield and what will be sell the price. So we will calculate the commercially viability, and then after we will declare that these are the crops are commercially viable, and we will expand this crop to the commercially.
Okay. So can you share your PPT with us?
Okay, already I have a share with the Just Agriculture platform. We will share with you.
Okay,
Also,
sir.
you can contact with my LinkedIn account. We will
Okay.
definitely I will help to you.
So this is your contact number now. If required,
Yes,
I'll
yes,
contact you.
yes. This is my contact number.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Any another question?
Thank you, sir.
Otherwise,
Thank you, sirs. Sir, I have some couple of questions in my chat box, sir. So one by
Okay.
one, I will take the questions, sir. So the first
Please.
question is, which flower plants are suitable for hydroponic
I
farming?
already saw into the PPT. You can share with it.
Okay, sir, for sure, sir. So then the next question is, which pollinator are you using for pollinating the king chili, sir?
Okay, we not use any kind of pollinator. We use as a hand pollination system. Also, we use the is a vibration or vibration with the help of the vacuum, or how can I explain? Hair dryer. We use the hair dryer type. We will flow the air, so plant are movable, the pollen are explored with the other flower, and we will this type of method I use into the close pollination systems. But now you search in LinkedIn account, in my account I already posted many kind of bees are available for the protected cultivation for the cross pollinator. It is a I can say the bees are available which are releasing into the net house, and they pollinated, and again they collect with the box, and we can out these bees from the your poly house. I
Okay, sir.
already
So are these
written the
both-
article into the LinkedIn account.
Okay, sir. So are these both the methods equally efficient, sir, for the pollination, or like?
Yes, definitely. Both the method are efficiently. Depend on the crops and depend on the flower systems, which male flower where and female flower where. So this is the depend. Totally depend on the crops.
Okay, sir. Well said, sir. Thank you so much. So we have next question from, just a second, sir. We have next question from Nabajyoti ma'am. So ma'am, sir, ma'am is asking.
Hello.
Era or Napier can be grown in a hydroponic system.
Your question is not listening. Can you repeat?
Yeah, for sure, sir. I'll repeat the question. So the question is, what are the species suitable for hydroponic fodder, and can para or Napier be grown in an hydroponic system?
Not any kind of specific species. We definitely you can use a wheat. You can use as a maize, then jawar. These are the 3 crops are mostly growing into the hydroponics fodder. Among them, maize are most suitable because it's a fast growing crops, or also volume wise, the maize are most commercially as well as suitable for the plant animals or hydroponics fodder.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I hope that answers to Navjyoti ma'am. Sir, then we have next question from Miss Vaishali. She's asking which one is more costly with respect to the cost of cultivation, commercial farming or hydroponics?
If you do the commercial farming with the hydroponics farming also, you can do the commercially purpose. So it is the most you can suitable it. If market are available, then definitely hydroponics farming is more commercially suitable.
So I think the main purpose of growing hydroponics is like to utilize the space that we have. We cannot always have soil with us.
As
We
well
cannot have
as
the space of
space,
soil
or
with
as
us.
well as we can growing the crops. We in currently in our Indian condition, most of hydroponics farmer or growers are growing exotic crops, and nowadays in India the exotic crops market are increases. So the commercially it may be a viable. If a market are available, then definitely you can do it. But indigenous crops, if you growing a wheat into the hydroponic system, then not definitely not commercial viable. If wheat is around 300-400 rupees price per quintal, so how can it possible into the hydroponic system? If price are available, then commercially are suitable.
Thank you, sir. So then we have next question from Miss Mamata. So sir, she's asking, sir, can we grow mushroom in hydroponics?
Mushroom also grown into the hydroponic system. In mushroom we use the only the I think for like paddy or wheat residue for the growing. Is we are not use the soil. I think so. Some kind of oyster mushroom we can use, butter mushroom. We use the straw. So we not use the soil. So it's already hydroponic systems, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I hope that answers to Mamta ma'am. Then, sir, can you please check your chat box as well if you have any question in your
hello.
chat?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Sir, can you give the project cost of a commercial crop in hydroponics? How much?
It is-
How much
Hello?
for the hello? How much? How much for the main crops? Actually,
Okay, I understand your question. These are the different factor for say the project cost. First, what kind of crops you growing a need? What kind of system you are use it? Which area? Which kind of you need a structure like outdoor, indoor. Different factor are affect to the cost. So I cannot be a say the particular these are the cost for this one, but I can say if 500 or 500 or 560 square meter fan pad polyhouse structure, so it you with NFT systems, so it is a 44 lakhs rupees cycle for estimated cost for the developing of fan and pad polio structure.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Any kind of other question can please mail it and contact with my number.
Yes, sir.
Thank
So
you.
please
Thank you.
check your chat box, sir, if you have any question in your chat box, sir.
Yes. One question is hydroponic system spices and vegetable in small scale kitchen, the between for cost and revenue generator. You can growing vegetable and spices here for the kitchen purpose. You can definitely growing with the NFT system or Dutch bucket system in your kitchen area or backyard area. You definitely grow it and for the your purpose. But commercially will need a full phase planning. Okay.
Any
No.
other questions, sir? It's not that. Okay, sir. So I have one or two questions in my chat box once again.
Okay.
So the question is, sir, what are the popular nutrients available for hydroponics?
Nutrient.
Yes, sir.
Oh, a nutrient, I already told it. Water soluble nutrient are required with not available of heavy metals. You can use any company's nutrient are used, but with the proper manner, with the proper concentration, with the proper quantity, you can apply with the plants. Also with the balance of 17 nutrients.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Then, sir, we have a question like, sir, nowadays, as you know, so there is an increase in unemployment rate, and there are no much jobs available for, every person to go into a government job like that. So what's your view on taking this particular sector or maybe the hydroponics as a business, sir? Like for a beginner, like what's your view, sir, on taking this particular sector as a business, sir?
If you are coming with this industry, you first learn with the basic knowledge what is the hydroponics, what kind of crops are hydroponics. You do the lots of learning with the hydroponic system, what nutrients are need. And I can say for the beginner, this is the huge demanding nowadays, demanding into the our country as well as foreign. The hydroponics industry in future is a huge to huge growing. So definitely you come with the hydroponics system for the growing, or you can become a hydroponics grower. It's for your future is the best decision for you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Sir, Miss Teja has raised her hand for asking one question, I guess. So, can you please unmute and ask your question if you have any question?
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My question is regarding marketing. You told that we will cultivate the crops like ginger.
Hello. Please complete your question. Hello.
Miss Teja, you are not audible actually. Your voice has some issue. Can you please repeat your question or please put in the chat box?
Okay.
Okay. So till then she puts the question in the chat box. We have one question from Dr. Gayatri ma'am. So ma'am is asking for growing deep-rooted perennial plants, which kind of growing medium is suitable? Also, nutrient requirement in such plants is more. So how will you address this situation, sir?
Deep rooted crops you can growing with the coco pit system with a suitable grow bag size. If the root deep, I can say we use we growing ashwagandha. The ashwagandha roots are mostly growth, and the main roots are surrounding 20 centimeters. So we will use the Dutch bucket system as well as grow bag system. So you definitely, I suggest you use the grow bag system with a proper size of grow bag. And for the nutrient, I already answered it. You use the balanced nutrient. You study the plant physiology, what kind of nutrient they need, and then after decide your recipes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering. I hope that answers to Gayatri ma'am.
Okay.
So then we have next question from Dr. Nagarani Mahajan ma'am. So sir, ma'am is asking how is the insect pest management done in this kind of system, sir? How we do the insect pest management?
Insect pest management, we can we not use any kind of chemical pesticide or fungicide. We use alternative options like mechanically control with the use of sticky pads, yellow and blue sticky pads. We pick up the plants with the infected plants we are throw out. Then we will use the sanitizer, so any foreign pest or disease are not coming to our houses. We restricted the visitors. We use the foot mat, different kind of mechanical use. Then after we will you also use different chemical like neem oil, different bacteria, trichoderma viridi, then bacillus, different kind of bacteria also we use for the controlling the pest and disease. Hello.
Ma'am, I hope you got the answer, ma'am. Sir, please check your Miss Teja has put the question.
I know.
Yes.
Can you read it? I cannot show the questions.
Miss Teja, have you put your question?
You please pass out the question into my
Yes, ma'am.
email. I
I
already
put the
answered it.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
she has
Thank
some
you.
network issue at his side, so we'll
Okay.
pass.
No issue. Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you to everyone.
Thank you so much for joining with us, sir. Thank you so much. On the behalf of my team and all our participants, thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Once again, thank you to Just Agriculture team.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, we are moving a little ahead of time, and our next guest will be joining at 7 with us. So we will wait for the next guest to join, and then we will start the next session.
Hello, madam. Whatever presentation, whatever lecture is going on, all lecture can you compile and send to us?
Yes, sir. We have one group of this Agritech 2050. Are you not there in the group, sir?
No, I have. I am there in one group, but there I am not getting any message.
Okay, sir. I will forward the message, sir, and all the presentations compiled together, we will try to put in that group itself. So you please be in the group, sir.
Okay. Which group you are telling? Please name the group.
I think, sir. Yes, sir. I will just keep the WhatsApp group link here itself in the chat, sir. You please check it with that, like if you are there in the group, sir.
Oh,
I will
okay.
just now I will put a WhatsApp group link, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. Dear participants, I have kept the WhatsApp group link in the chat box. Please check like if you're joined in the same group or not. Please try to join the group, and all the materials and these presentations will be shared in the group itself. And the schedule of this session, then your certificates and everything will be provided through the information will be provided through the group only. So please be there in the group. Dear participants, our next guest is trying to join now. So we will just resume the session within 1 or 2 minutes. And till then, please keep patience. And as you all know, like we had from 5th to 20th, we had 15 days this international program, and only a couple of 2 or 3 days are left for the program to finish. So as you all know, we tried to cover all the possible sessions that covers under Agritech 2050, which includes this hydroponics and post-harvest technology. Along with that, we tried to cover mushroom production technology, role of AI, SaaS, IoT, and blockchain technologies in agriculture. Then what are the successful entrepreneurship and establishment of successful agribusiness ventures as well, organic farming. Likewise, we tried to cover so many aspects of agri and allied sector business and their ventures. So if you have any suggestion or feedback regarding like what are the topic that you want to take on, or maybe like any other guest that we're inviting to can have a talk on that particular topic, please put in the chat box. Not in this, maybe the next workshop we can take those kind of topics as well. So we will just note them down. If you have any thing in your mind, please put in the chat box. So, respected participants, I have noted down all your suggestions which are DM to me, and we will definitely try to take on those topics which you have, tried to tell us that these topics should be included. Thank you so much for participation in that feedback. Thank you so much. And for the information, we will not be having the third session today as our guest K. Swami Reddy sir is not available with us to join the session. So we will try to reschedule the session tomorrow. So till then, have a nice day, and thank you so much for joining. Thank you.